Test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Yes, who's labeled here. Hey, we're just getting started. You haven't missed anything yet. Wait a couple minutes, we're gonna start breaking some stuff down, yo. You should go ahead and like the live as y'all hop up in here. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. We got some retracements going on right now. Let me tell you something. Oh, this is sounding good. Cool. So if y'all watch the Sunday chart analysis and y'all been following that, or if y'all was in yesterday's live stream as well as yesterday, it was Tuesday's live stream. Things that been going as projected. You get those little bit of consolidation and smoothness in the markets, especially after the 8:15, 8:30 news, after FOMC was kind of a little bit stagnant up until last night. But everything's going as projected. GU, those I was in the live yesterday. Remember how where was GU at yesterday? It was down here pushing, right? And then the whole day took a drop to the downside, chilled here pre-New York, and then last night it dumped some more. So GU's just been going absolutely crazy. Right? Last week, we caught this low drop. We let price retrace, and this week, we caught the next lower. Now, members, make sure to watch yesterday's New York live. All right, we broke down GU as well as answered some good questions. So make sure to watch that recording if y'all missed the live yesterday. We'll be going live again tomorrow during the news. Speaking of news, as far as today is concerned, there is no news at all. So we're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. Like I said, we got some retracements going on, so we can see some setups in a little bit. We'll be looking for continued GN sales. We're going to be looking for GJ sales, NAS sales, and the possible gold buys. That's what we're looking at right now. You already know the drill. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, we got retracements going on right now. Let's see what else we can see. Those are joining the stream. We have not entered this yet. I am in GN. So we're going to talk about GN in a second, y'all. But make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal free Telegram. Y'all see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Now, I got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well during New York session. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. Drop the video for y'all, the most recent one. I think the last one I dropped was on Tuesday. So I got another one dropping for y'all later on today. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. Now, give me 1 second. We're about to break some stuff down. And I suggest everyone to watch yesterday's live stream too, because we had some good questions asked yesterday's live stream. All right, but crypto's retracing. That just means everything's on sale right now. So I'm gonna do an update crypto video for y'all today, and then I'm gonna drop a stock video for y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yeah, looks like everybody get their retracement on the charts for crypto. New York Post, yeah. What do you mean, Dinesh? Clarify what you're talking about. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. There's no news during New York. There's some trading during New York and stuff like that. Now, the recap of yesterday, we took the GN sell, right? TB5 got hit with about 27 pips. So after that got hit, we took this trade before FOMC after the 8:30 news. So after we took this position, we had a nice hit. And again, solid until FOMC. We can see here, price took this low, was rejected. Hit our stop loss, but they're going to go back below. Look for the same re-insert. That's when the volume kicked in, had a nice drop. Right? So again, this is another example. This is another example why, one, you always want to trust your analysis. So this goes back to trade psychology we talked about on yesterday's live stream, right? This is why it's so important to have confidence in what you're doing, because all me or most traders, they take a trade and the stop loss they say rejects. What do most people think? That the trade that they went for was wrong, or the trade idea was wrong, right? But when I trade my own account signals, I never assume that. Even if my stop loss gets hit, no TPs at all for my stop loss gets hit. I'm never going to think it's because I went for the wrong move or because I was wrong in my analysis. Now, how is that the case, or why do I think that way? Because again, I understand how the charts work, and I trust my analysis, and I know I did everything in my power to make sure that I have to set the trade. Now, what does that mean? Right, my members, you already know, I'll be saying this to you all the time. We do not control the markets. We do not control the markets. There's only 3 things that we control. We control when we enter a trade, we control when we exit a trade, and we control how much we risk the trade, right? We do not control the markets. So since we do not control the markets, that is why it's so important to understand how the markets work, have a game plan, have a set of rules, and most importantly, stick to those rules, because consistency is the name of the game in the markets, right? Now, again, so if I understand I don't control the markets, how do I figure out when to go for buys or sells? And again, that's where it goes back to practicing back testing, understand the rules of the market, how the markets work. But let me cut into the chat real quick. So I see some comments. We got it from here. What's going on? GG, I see what they here. The setup looks solid, good stuff. Good grounding. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, you leave this setup's nasty. Y'all, I've been swinging GU. I don't know if it's a swing yet. I think it's been 2 days I've been right. This is absolutely crazy. It literally repeated and surpassed the GU sales we went for last week. We finally broke these levels that we failed to break all. Well, let me not say all last year, right? But if y'all been following me for a minute, we was catching sales in this initial downtrend. Y'all remember during November, I was talking about how we have to break the support level treat as resistance for the down to see like when we caught this drop here, right? This was all the way in April last year we caught this drop. You literally see the sell positions here, right? And then let me see if I actually have the bar replay. Can I go into this time frame? I can't, right? So you can see that this was the 24th, not the 24th, the 20th and 21st of April 2024, right? See the sell positions, okay? See the sell positions. You see the price point, 24.75. You see here, 23.25. Now let's cancel the bar replay. Right. Let's go back to April. Well, letters go this far. Let's see if we'll let us go this far. Oh, out of this time frame. So let's go on to a bigger time frame. Okay, bam. So again, we're right here at April. No bar replay. Again, you see our price treat is about resistance. Came down to 23.25, failed to break this level and hold it as resistance. All right, so we're going to highlight these levels here. So we know what we're talking about. So we're going to highlight these levels. We're going to unhighlight this level just so we can pay attention to the prices we're talking about. So we can pay attention. Make sure to tap the screen too, y'all. All right. So we're just going to go back to the present. Again, same exact levels where we caught the sell. Again, failed to hold as resistance. Retrace back up. Continue to respect this level as resistance. Broke down. Now it's holding this level from support to resistance. You see what I'm saying? We're here. Right, so failed to break this level and hold this level as resistance. That's the reversal. You see what I mean? So that's why we talk about how it always repeats itself. There's no pieces in the markets. And why you always got to follow the flow of price. Now, again, there's consolidation here. I was here during this time, I was talking about how we're still bearish. That's why, again, you want to follow the flow of price. We got that nice drop before all the holidays and stuff last week. The price was retracing Friday and Monday. What did I tell you? We're still bearish. We're still looking for sales as long as we hold this level as resistance. Price respected this level as resistance. Didn't break the previous lower low. Didn't any higher. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So if we always see lower lows or highs being made, we don't see uptrend cycles or uptrend of higher highs, higher lows, then there's no reason to look for buys because, again, we want to go with the floor price because, like we talked about before, we need to control the market. We need to control when we enter a trade, when we exit a trade, and how much we risk for a trade. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we want to go with the floor price because if we go with the floor price, that gives us a higher likelihood when we take this position, the trade going our way. Just simply going with the floor price will give you a higher likelihood of the trade going your way. Right? If y'all don't know how to identify the trends and stuff like that, obviously I go over that in, of course, a one-on-one session, but I do got a few videos on YouTube breaking that stuff down as well. So let me try to find one real quick. 1 second, y'all. Let me finish breaking this stuff down. Before I break this stuff down, I don't think any alerts went off. Let me just open it. So I'm gonna keep that there really quick while I find this video. Okay. Here's how to identify reversals. Drop that chart right there. Right. And then with GU, all you gotta do is simply watch Tuesday's live stream and yesterday's live stream. And you'll see we broke this down literally this entire week, exact price points and the sales and stuff like that. And then yesterday's live, I took this trade, but it moved too quick and too far from my entry, so I couldn't really call the signal. But that's why we do these things live as well, so y'all can keep up with me in real time. Now we're going to be looking for continued sells on GU. Now it has that a huge liquidity already, but it's already retracing. So I'm going to give y'all some more free games. So if y'all do not know, this is something to pay attention to as well, right? So when you look at all these candlesticks, pay attention to the size of each one of these candlesticks, right? Pay attention to the size of these candlesticks, right? So when volume kicks in, we have a decent move like this on a candlestick, right? We have a decent move like this, right? And we can see that majority of these big moves are about this size of this candlestick right here, right? About this size of this candlestick right here, right? Even this one. You see what I'm talking about? I see what I'm talking about. Rewind up here and understand what I'm talking about. So, that being said, again, we have sessions. We have 3 sessions, 4 depending on who you ask, but it's mainly who you talk about, right? Tokyo, London, New York. Some people say Australian session as well, but kind of mixed to Tokyo session. So again, the thing we asked is 4 sessions, but it's typically kind of just 3 basically. That's how I like to look at it, right? So each session, you gotta understand. New York session, that's when it is the beginning of the workday for people in North America, right? Eastern Standard Time. London session is the beginning of the workday for people up in London and Europe, right? Tokyo session, same thing. When Tokyo session starts, that is the beginning of the day in Tokyo. Okay, so we just started London session. What we just saw, we're on the daily time frame. So that means this is the move price did at the end of every single day. And every single daily candlestick has what? Tokyo, London, and New York session. After New York session ends, the markets close. When the markets reopen, that's when the new daily candlestick pops up. You see what I'm saying? So if we are 32 minutes into London session, we already did a big move for the day. That's similar to the total move price does through all 3 sessions. You have to be wary and understand what could possibly happen if you do take a position on this chart on this here, right? Because again, when you don't want to just take trades, you have to think everything through, and that's where people get messed up as well, because people only think about one thing. Oh, if I take this trade, I can make this much. If I put this lot size, I can make this. If I do this, then I can do that, right? But on that same coin, just the other side, there's another consequence or risk that can happen, right? If I take this trade, I can also lose this trade. If I put this lot size, yes, I can make X amount. I can also lose X amount, right? So when you take a trade, you have to understand why you're taking the trade, and you got to calculate the risk of the trade you're taking, and does it logically make sense? And also all the possible outcomes. Every trade I take, I think of all the possible outcomes, right? And that's also you just go to the Sunday chart analysis. Most Sunday chart analysis, what do I talk about? I say, okay, we can see this happening. we're in a downtrend, we're in an uptrend, so we're going to be looking for buys from these price points to these price points. We're in a downtrend, so we're going to be looking for sells from these price points to these price points. And then I'll often say after that, I would. So let's say I was talking about we're in a downtrend, we're looking for sells, from this price point to this price point. And I would say I would not look for buys or this pair unless we see this happen, right? Or if we're in an uptrend, okay, we're in an uptrend, we're looking for buys from here to here. I would not look for sells unless you see this happen, right? It's the same thing when you take a trade. Yes, you should have confidence in the trade you take, but confidence, that's how people say there's a difference between cognitive and confidence, right? That's the reason why people say it, because the confidence has to come from somewhere. You hear what I'm saying? But again, you have to understand all the possible outcomes, because price can ultimately only do one or two things, which is go up or go down. So again, if you take a trade, you understand the possibilities, the likelihood of price going up, also possibilities and likelihood of price going down. It doesn't matter if you're in a buy or sell position. So all that being said, again, we just started London session, and price is already doing what I was going to talk about, right? So if price, if we're only one session in, just starting the second session, has already did and moved a certain amount of pips that's equal to the average maneuver does the entire day, you're going to see one of a few things happening to the place. The first one is what's happening already. Price is going to retrace, and after the retracement, we're going to see one of two things. Either price go back to where the furthest point was, or it's going to consolidate, or it's going to reverse, right? So right now we see price, when we go into a smaller time frame, what did it do? Right. So again, this doesn't count. We're going to the day, which is right here. Consolidated for a little bit, then it did a nice drop. And now what it's doing is retracing right now, right? So between here and New York session, especially because there's no news and stuff like that, he's either going to consolidate for the rest of the day or consolidate for a few hours and then try to push his way back down, or it's going to retrace and reverse for the rest of the day. So again, these are the things you got to understand, keep in mind when you look at this chart, especially when they've done big moves for the day. That's kind of what happened with our GN position as well, right? Before we took this trade on GN already did a huge move for the day. Right, so when we look at this and this drop, and we go to a smaller time frame, and we just look at the time, right? This was Wednesday, 4 a.m., boom, 6 a.m., boom. This is when ADP, 8:30, 8:15 news popped up. We took the trade, right? So again, this move for the day, right? We see this was 11 o'clock, markets closed, right? So this is where the session started. This is where the daily candlestick started, which is the same spot it started in the session. So when we go to GM and look at the move it did from here to here, this entire move took place prior to New York session. So then what happened after we did that big move, which is kind of like the size of the average daily candlestick for GM? It consolidated, it retraced, right? And then when the new daily candlestick popped up, right? When the new daily candlestick popped up, what happened? It finished where it left off, or where it left off. You see what I'm saying? So again, was we wrong to go for sells here? No, it simply just wasn't volume at the time. We already did a pretty decent move for the day already, right? So yeah, these are things that's important to understand when you're taking trades. We ain't lose nobody in that breakdown. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet. We're almost at 2,000. Where we at? We're almost at 2,900 subscribers. We can get to that easily, y'all. All right, with GJ, like I said, we're gonna be looking for sales, y'all. We're gonna be looking for sales if GJ kick it to you and hold 194.25 as resistance. So for 194.25 as resistance, we're looking for sale to go down to 193.45. That's what we're looking at right here. Again, it did a reversal from the uptrend, failed to hold that level. This is what we was talking about at the beginning of the week as well, that a lot of these charts we're waiting to see if it's going to continue the trend or if it's going to commit on the reversal and change the trend, right? So we saw that take place with GN, how we was again in the uptrend, right? We was in an uptrend. We was catching all these buys, riding these higher highs up, and then price came to this point right here where it hit this resistance level, failed to break it. Then it caused a reversal. The price chilled here, tried to push back up, failed to break back above the support level, hold it as support, instead got turned to resistance. And then that's when the reversal into a new lower low got made, right? Same thing with NAS. Hold on, I don't hear nothing. Let me make sure. What just happened to my... Hold on. I'm getting trolled. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I think I just exited out of my music. It's back on. No, I do hear my music. Give me 1 second. I got too many tabs open. I done lost my music tab. Give me 1 second. It's still playing though, so we're good. Right. So same thing with NAS, right? Uptrend, got a reversal. Price try to bring it back up. Failed to break the previous higher high to the left. Reversed again. Price tried again. Reversed. Now it's one as low as resistance. So we can see. So we can see the possible downtrend come to play if we hold as low as resistance. You see what I'm saying? Let's see that retest. Retest is holding as resistance. So we see a nice sell set up here. You know, a lot of these charts are already did some decent moves though. Whoops. Yeah. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at the charts. Drop in the chat. Again, these live streams are for y'all. Man, again, y'all, we've been absolutely going crazy this week, starting off the new year correctly. As far as this week, we are 3-0 this week so far. How we ended last month, if y'all scroll up to, I believe, January 1st, you'll see how we ended December with 12-2. For the quarter, we went 41-4. We took 4 losses. Last quarter, give us a 91% win rate. And then if you scroll down to January 6th, you'll see how we ended last year. Now, I've been reading this all week. I'm gonna let y'all read it this time. I'm gonna move this over to the side so we can still pay attention to the charts while y'all check this stuff out. Because again, I'm in this position. I might take a second position to scale into this. But again, we went absolutely crazy last year. Took 181 wins, only 23 losses last year. It was 89% win rate all 12 months combined, catching a total of 326,555 and 550 pips. Again, you click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the year. And again, everything is documented. All wins and losses, the times, the weekly Sunday chart analysis, the daily lunch session lives. Literally can't make none of this stuff up, y'all. So make sure to explore that channel and check all this stuff out. But yeah, it was a great year last year. That's all I can really say about it. So the retests have happened. The retracements have happened. So we might get some action in a little bit. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Let's see what we got here. How do swaps work? Because I held the trade yesterday, and when 6 p.m. came and gave me a swap fee, also the spread went to 200, and when it kissed the profit zone, it was still deep in drawdown. So, good question. Swaps, it depends on your broker. Every broker is different, but a good rule of thumb to understand and acknowledge is every time you take a trade, there is a charge. When you hold a trade between market closing and a new market day, so let's say again, New York session ended, markets closed for that hour later, markets reopened going into Tokyo session. It is now a new day, a new daily candlestick. So now you get charged because you're in that trade for a new day, right? Another thing to also understand is you're talking about the spread. So a lot of times when the markets are closed, the spread could get wonky and things like that can happen, right? So one thing I don't do unless I understand and I'm okay with that is like if I'm holding a trade between market close and a new market day. So let's say I held a trade yesterday, for example, with GU. I took that trade Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I'm terrible with days. Let me actually go to it. I took this first position Tuesday. swung that into Wednesday. I took this position Wednesday, swung that into today. So I got charges on those for each new day, right? But the spread can get a little wonky. So one thing to do is if you know you're going to hold the trade before the market closes into the new day, take your stop loss out, right? So me personally, but this is because I have the liberty of monitoring and viewing my trades, I don't put a stop loss in unless I know I'm not going to be paying attention to my trade and I just want to run it, right? I don't put a stop loss in manually. I just know where I'm going to exit the trade at and where my stop loss and my take profit is. So I don't put a stop loss to take profit in unless I know I'm not going to be paying attention to a trade or unless I'm moving my stop loss and profit or something like that. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Good question. What else we looking here? Let's put this back with GN. GN is trying to hold the level as resistance. Usually retrace a little bit. Again, a lot of these charts did some big moves. So again, won't be too charts to probably price charts retrace a little bit. But we'll see. What else we got up in here? Join your Discord when we send signals. I don't have a Discord. I have Telegram. So if you meant Telegram, what Telegram are you talking about? Are you talking about the free Telegram or are you talking about you join the advanced play signal room? Because I have an advanced play signal room. So I do send signals in the advanced play signal room. So let me know what you're talking about. Because I have a bunch of Telegram rooms. So let me know which one if you're talking about that. Because I'm assuming you're talking about Telegram because I don't have a Discord for trading, that is. Yeah, so let me know what you're talking about, ISO. Is New York such closed today for NAS because of Jimmy Carter funeral? Says the stock markets. I just did a quick Google search. It said the stock markets are, and it said maybe like Nasdaq said that, but we trade forex and indices over here, so I'm not too concerned about that. But those that trade stocks, that's just a little con about that. But that's why I like Forex, right? So a lot of people be like, you know, you make a lot of money now, so why don't you do options? I'm like, well, I make a lot of money day trading Forex, so I don't really care too much about the options part. But another thing is because I like to swing trades and hold trades during market close or take trades before markets open. And I like to trade whenever I want. So that's also why I like to day trade Forex. Just because of the flexibility, to be honest. But yeah, that's what it's saying. So, you know, I didn't even know none of that stuff happened. So, you know, shout out to you and, you know, rest in peace, you know, JC and all that good stuff. Let's get back to ISO though. You said Telegram, my fault. I know how to trade, but I'm still trying to master everything. Also, do you know how to keep your candlestick from trading? We're going to high time frame. Yeah. So, yeah. So let me answer the last part. So all you gotta do is get a mouse. If you have a mouse, perfect. If you don't got a mouse, go to Walmart or something, Target, wherever. Get a mouse. Mouse will make life easier for y'all laptop folk, right? So all you gotta do is go to the right where you see all these numbers. So you see how I have, you know, the crosshairs, and then when I slide it to these numbers, it turns to that scroll from up and down arrow thing, right? So all you gotta do is scroll down. This is what happens when you scroll down. You scroll up. This is what happens when you scroll up. To drag, you just click and drag. Let me give you another tip. You put your mouse where you want to zoom in at. You hold. I can't remember. I do it now. I'm trying to think about it. I do Alt. No. I guess they both. Right. So you hold Control, you scroll, or keep it in place. Right. Versus if I don't hold Control and I scroll, it does that. Right. So if you want to zoom in on a certain spot, hold Control, then scroll up or scroll down. Right. But you just gotta drag and manipulate it. You just gotta drag and manipulate it. Now, as far as your initial question, is joining your Discord, one of your send signals. So I do send signals, not a free Telegram. The free Telegram, I used to send signals, but then people started wiling at me. So I said, okay, let me stop doing it. And by wiling at me, people just started just acting entitled and crazy. All right. Like, you go back to when I started this, I used to call hella free signals. But then I'd call a free signal and then I'd call like 2 signals in advance play signaling. And then people would come at me crazy, like, why didn't you call this in the free? Why didn't you call this? Why didn't you call that? I'm like, you know, I didn't have to call shit for free. Like, I was literally giving people money for free for a year straight. I was still giving people money for free, but now I'm kind of forcing people to use their brain a little bit, which is good because if you're going to trade, you got to think a little bit, right? So what I do in the free Telegram is I drop at the beginning of every week a Sunday chart analysis. The Sunday chart analysis goes over my projections for the charts I like to trade throughout the week. It doesn't just go over what I think price is going to do Sunday night going into Monday. It goes over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. So, for example, you watched it this week's Sunday chart analysis, not last week, but the week before last week's Sunday chart analysis, or any Sunday chart analysis, and then look at how the charts played out that week. Most of the charts go exactly as projected. And then, of course, I send a light link out every day I go live. And then during these live streams, not only do I answer questions, but I literally break down the trades I'm looking for throughout the day. Right. So if you go to yesterday's live stream, I talked about GU. GU went as projected. I talked about NAS. NAS did a small move. I talked about gold. Gold did a small move we was talking about. And again, if y'all was in the live yesterday or the New York price watch, that's how you can look for short-term buys here. But I said for the uptrend to continue, it's going to need to break and hold this level as support. And as you can see here that it could went for a buy here, but it didn't break this level. It retraced back, but then it did the same move, right? Also went over GN. That's a trade me the members took. And also talked about GJ, right? So that's how the Telegram works. That's how the Telegram works. It's to help people keep up to date in the loop and also make trading a lot easier for y'all. What else we got up in here? What else you said? You said, but you're still trying to master everything. Yeah, so you're in the right place. You're trying to master everything. You're in the right place. It's called the playbook for a reason. called the playbook for a reason. You see the win rate in that Telegram, you scroll and you see everything. That's looking like a head and shoulders. Which chart are you talking about? I'm not sure which chart you're talking about. Yeah, I don't. I also over here. I mean, y'all can use it in the comments. But I'm just saying, me, I don't use all that terminology over here. I just keep it very simple. The reason why I don't use all that terminology is because a lot of those patterns, y'all know, like the angry trapezoid, the rising triangle, the W, all that stuff. That's just one piece of the puzzle, and that's why people get confused because they found out one piece to the puzzle, and they don't even know what the picture of the complete puzzle is. Right? So let's say there's a 100-piece puzzle, and you didn't know what the box looked like, so you don't even know what the picture is. So you're just rummaging through all the puzzle pieces, aka the candlesticks and the charts, and then you find a piece. You know that piece, you see a shoe. So now you're like excited. Oh my god, it's a shoe! It's a shoe! I found a shoe, y'all. A shoe means your shoe put on someone's foot, so that means there's gonna be a foot here. That means there's gonna be a leg here. Yes, there's a piece to the puzzle, but that's why people get confused and lost, right? Because that's why, because when you think about these patterns, people are like, oh, well, you see this happen, or when you see this blue line cross the red line, like I'm diffusing a bond, that means this is going to happen, or that means you do this. So now you know what to do when you see that pattern, but then you're lost after you see that pattern. Okay, now I know where to enter the trade at, but now I still don't know what the fuck's going on in this trade. I still don't know how to manage the trade. I still don't know where price is going from here. I still don't know if I should keep holding. Should I close the trade? There's a lot of stuff you gotta understand. So that's just one piece to the puzzle. So over here, I just keep it very, very, very simple. Price does one of two things: it goes up or goes down. So your job as a trader is to figure out which one of those things is going to do. Is it going to go up or go down? If price is going up, it's in an uptrend. If price is going down, it's in the downtrend. If price is neither in an uptrend or downtrend, it's stuck in the middle or paused, which is what we call the consolidation, liquidity, levels of traffic. It's all the same shit, just a different name. Right? Just like support resistance, supply demand. All the same shit, just a different name. Right? But again, that double top, or what you say? You said what you said? Head and shoulders. That's all a piece to the puzzle. It's all a piece to the puzzle. But you need to understand what the picture of the puzzle is. You gotta get all the pieces together and figure out where they all go. And then when you see the ultimate picture, that's where everything's gonna make sense. Right? So what I teach the members of the on the back is how to see the ultimate picture. Now, it might sound crazy to some people, but those that's been here, you know what I'm going to say ain't crazy. But I literally teach y'all how to know what price is doing at all times. Now, some people might not think that's possible. It is possible. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I could be like, at exactly 9:30 on the dot, price is going to shoot up 50 pips. So y'all be ready. No, that's not how it works. But I can give a projection or understand what to look for, right? That's why sometimes this week's been a little bit different. But if we go to last week or a couple weeks ago, that's why sometimes in the live streams we don't see any action. But guess what? 3 hours later, or New York session, that same exact setup I was looking for plays out, right? So again, it didn't play out that first hour in London session, but it damn sure played out by the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? G look like about to try to do something for us. Let me see. You said something else. So maybe I just read the entire thing. You're still trying to master, and that's good. So you actually dropped a video the other day talking about the main 3 things you got to master in order, in my opinion. So make sure to check out my most recent video, y'all. Again, new video dropping later on today for y'all as well during New York session. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. But what else do we got here? Trying to change my life and help people change theirs. Is there anywhere I can do? Yes. Link in the description. You can sign up for the one-on-one sessions. And by the way, speaking of, make sure to use code. Where's it at? Where's it? Okay, use discount code MyYear for 25% off everything. That is one-on-one sessions, the course, the advanced space syndrome. At this time, everything is 25% off. Don't mess me asking how long. It's gonna be long. Everything's 25% off as of now. All right. But I like what you said there. Try to change life, help people change things. So yeah, so like I said, you try to do one-on-one sessions. Now it's the time to invest in yourself. Everything's 25% off, not 5%, not 2%, not 10%, for a whole quarter. Um, and investing is the best way to do it, to be honest. Investing is the best way to do it. I tell people all the time, this is how the rich get rich and the rich get richer, right? People always think, oh, passive income, passive income. These people have completely tricked most of y'all of understanding completely what passive income is, right? That's why there's so many people on the internet that just want shit but don't do shit for it, right? Because it's just supposed to happen. No, right? It is called the fruits of your labor. Now, what is the fruits of your labor need? Majority of trees that produce fruit take 3 to 6 years to fully mature and start producing fruit. But now, granted, depending where you're at, you can just drop a sapling and the tree just gonna do its thing. But let's just talk about gardening, right? I don't know if you ever planted something, but I think y'all should garden or get a pot, go to Lowe's or something, get your little plant, try to take care of it. You're gonna realize it's sweet, right? But again, before that tree can bear its fruit, what do you have to do? You have to sow the land. You got to water the plant. You got to make sure it's got its sunlight. You got to make sure, animals aren't trying to fuck with it. You got to make sure there ain't too many other weeds or stuff around it. You got to take care of it day after day after day after day after day until that tree is fully mature and ready to bear fruit, right? And then once the fruit on the tree is ready to bear, guess what? All that waiting for that year, 5 years straight, now you got a tree producing you 20 to 50 fruit. I don't know, it depends on the tree, but let's just say every season or every year, right? And then you grab a fruit from that tree, and then you take the seeds out that fruit, and then you plant another tree. Then you do the same thing with that tree. You keep on doing that. Next thing you know, you start off with one tree giving you 20 fruit a season. Now you got 5 trees giving you 20 fruit a season. Now you got 10 trees giving you 20. Next thing you know, you got a whole forest of trees producing you fruit. And that is investing. That is generational wealth. That is how that shit truly works. So again, the passive income isn't passive in the beginning. It becomes passive after you put that fucking work in. All right, y'all. Let me cut you to the comments. What else we got up in here? Got some GBPJPY sell. Yeah, so like I said, I like this right here. If it could hold 194.25 as resistance, we could look for sales going to 190.45. And it's holding as resistance right now. It's pushing out as everybody was like that at some point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like that at some point. Because again, they make it seem that way, right? They're like, oh, it's so easy, just passive income. So that means I make money and I don't do shit. I'm not gonna tell you what I did in order so I can get in this position not to do shit. I'm just gonna tell you this is how passive income works. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how that's what I'm telling you. We're on here giving half the pain is. That's why everybody confused and lost to the sauce, and don't want to work for anything, learn anything. I'm not specifically talking about anybody in the chat. I'm just talking in general. I hope I endorsed. I hope I did endorsed you. I Now you know, okay, I'm like me. That's why I do different types of investments. Right? I day trade, I got stocks, I got crypto, I got money all over the place. I also got money in places where I get high returns on investment. So even if things are going down, I'm still guaranteed to make, 4 to 15% depending on my investments at the end of the year. So even if things do retrace or go down, I'm still guaranteed to make 4 to 15% minimum at the end of the year on the majority of my investments. And that's just the passive ones that I'm just throwing money in and letting do its thing. You get what I'm saying? But you guys got to start investing. You got to. That's what they mean by making the money work for you. Like I said, the majority of my money is somewhere. It's not just sitting in my bank account. It's moving. It's working, right? And I have cards and accounts connected to my investment accounts. So if worse come to worse, I need some extra money. I can pull money out instantly. I got a card connected to my stocks or crypto, so I can really just use my stocks and crypto to buy something. So I got my money working at all times. I got my money working at all times. And also, if y'all invest y'all's money, especially y'all's profits, it won't be taxed. They can't tax you if you don't got it. They can't tax you if you don't got it. Let's see what else we got. Mic is messing up. Let me turn my earphones in. Let me know if my mic's still messing up, y'all. So I was doing stuff. Test, test, test. Let me know if it sounds better because I was doing something. I do sound a little wonky. Let me see if we can sound a little better. Test, test, test. Okay, we sound better. Yeah, that was my bad. Yeah, I was not in the mic and I was doing some shit. Oh damn. I'm always about to break. Okay. Let me catch up to the chat really quick, y'all. Let me catch up to the chat, see what else we got up in here. Just getting online. What's going on, everyone? I see you up in here. No, you're good. You're good. Like I said, I don't mind repeating myself in these live streams. These live, so I don't mind repeating myself. For funny tips, it says the 1% maximum risk reward means that your floating profit loss P&L must not exceed. So if your floating P&L drops below 1%, I mean, is that for the regular traditional two-step evaluation? Because again, they come up with a lot of new shit, and I don't do that. I stick to the traditional two-step evaluation. And with the two-step evaluation, that's not true at all because that's not true at all. So if that's for something else, that's different. If that's for one of those instant things, yeah, that's fine. So again, the instant, it sounds good, but it's more risk, right? And again, that's how they're going to take y'all's money. So if you want to do that, go for it. But if you want to have a higher likelihood of you passing your account, doing your payouts consistently, not violating, just do the two-step. I'm telling y'all, rush process. I literally showed y'all, I think Monday this week, passed another challenge in like 2.5 weeks. Both phases in 2.5 weeks. It's no rush. It's no rush. And again, I got a whole video on YouTube breaking out how to do it. You drop that in the chat. See if I can find that for you. Yeah, it's called the playbook for a reason. If I can't tell, it's called the playbook. For no cocky shit. It's just facts. Right. And let me see if I still get the photos. Um, right. So you see the day here, 12:30. This is where I passed phase one, on the 30th of December. And then this is when I got my phase two account. And then you see that same day, I took my first trade on the phase two account. You see January 2nd, my accounts in review. And you see on the 4th, thanks. You passed the two-step, right? And then I got my master account this week. Right? So I literally passed the second phase in like 2.5 trading days. And then the first phase, because it's slow as December quarter, took like a week and a half to pass phase. But it's not all that. If I would have took the position I took this week, I would have passed. Like, you see this risk reward, this is a 1 to 8 risk reward ratio setup. This is why I be telling people profit accounts, like, it's not hard to make 10% of profit account that you pass. Right? But again, don't rush the process. Just focus on the process. What else we got up here? My dashboard said I reached 84%, 83%. Yeah, so like I said, I do the two-step evaluation. I don't do none of that instant shit. I don't do that Excel. I do the traditional two-step profit evaluation. Make 8%, then make 5%. Call it a day. Yeah, I use funny pips. I have other students who use funny pips. YouTube payouts. Anytime I have an issue, they respond the same day. Payments are secure. Rules are very simple. So yeah, until they do me dirty, I'm gonna keep using it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because for funny pips, ads better for two circles. I just do the traditional. I'm about to go on. I'm about to so I can read exactly what I use. Like I said, I know they got a bunch of shit now. Like I said, I do the traditional two-step evaluation. So let me go to the website really quick so I can tell y'all the exact one that I do. And make sure it's the actual website. They kind of fixed it on Google, but if you remember last year, there used to be a fake website that was paying for the top spot, but they actually fixed it. So now when you Google it, so make sure it says funding pips, not funded or anything like that. Funding, ING, ING. All right, y'all. But let me pull it up real quick so I can read verbatim the one I do. Once it loads. And then when you make an account, also pay attention to platform you select to trade on because that is important as well. Do United States. So when you go to the website and you go to buy challenge, you select your country, and I do two-step, and I just do regular funding pips. Right? I don't do the X. So I stick to what they originally had. that has been paying the extra stuff. I'm not going to bite the bait. Not to say that the other stuff doesn't work, but who was it? Like Good Harvest was just saying, when you try to go the quicker route, there's more risk. Right? What's up? It doesn't really matter. You need to just worry about what you can get, right? And I say that to say because again, a lot of times I used to make this mistake. That's why I say it. A lot of times we get lost in the sauce with what our mentors are working with capital-wise, and that's going to mess you up because you're either going to try to keep up with the Joneses, or you're going to try to do something that you can't afford to do. Right. So if you can afford a 50K or 100K, do it. But another thing, if this is your first, you got to practice. Like, I don't know about you specifically. I know you're a member and stuff like that. But again, if this is your first challenge, if you get the bread for it, do it. But don't just hop off the board and just go big or go home, especially when you haven't had the water yet. I mean, feet wet yet. Right? You didn't get the water yet. Right? And I'm saying that for people watching. I know you're a member of stuff. For people watching, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing that a lot of us do when we first start out trading. We just put money into a broker, start taking trades while we're trying to figure shit out. Right? So then you should have a game plan before you take the buy any account size. Make sure you have a game plan before you put any money in a broker. And like I said, this video right here explains step by step how to pass that challenge in 2 weeks. And I just showed y'all that it's very possible. I did that during December, and December was slow as shit. Right? But again, there is no high impact news today, so we're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. Now we do got some news tomorrow though, so make sure to keep that in mind. We're going to be live with the members and students during 8:30's news. Again, y'all, make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal from Telegram. Y'all see on y'all screens how we did last month and last quarter. Y'all saw earlier how we ended the year. And then nobody's doing it like us, right? Nobody's doing it like us over here. Nobody's doing it like us over here. And I'm talking about high win rates, high pips, high reward ratio setups, consistently on a weekly, daily basis, right? Anybody can show every other day or once a week a winning trade, but nobody's doing it like this over here. Nobody's doing it like this over here. Again, make sure you use code MYYEAR for 25% off before purchase. Got info on how to identify these levels, single service mentorship program, all that stuff. Links in the description, y'all. You watch any of my YouTube videos, including the live streams, the last 2.5 minutes, I go over all the details. But of course, you guys got any other questions, y'all can hit me up and ask me. Members, you already know in a few hours I'm gonna drop that New York price watch list for y'all. So again, it does say the stock market's going to be closed, but we trade forex over here too, so that shouldn't really affect that. Now, it could affect some of the volume, but we're still going to be on the charts, so as we see here, a lot of charts are still just retracing like we talked about because again, they did big news last night. So we're just letting price retrace so we can catch the next wave. All right, y'all. Let me catch up to these comments. Let me see what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. London session 3 EST. You already know. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everyone that's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everyone that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling y'all screen. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmaker_way_. All right, enjoy y'all.